Welcome back. Just when you thought people were paying enough taxes, the United Nations is proposing that Americans pay off what they call the climate debt of the world's undeveloped countries. That deal would distribute billions of dollars a year to poor countries based on the view that developed countries, like the United States, owe underdeveloped countries for our climate change. Joining us right now, Fox News legal analyst Peter Johnson, Jr.
Good morning. You know, they finally came to a deal in Durban, South Africa, with some modest changes, but there's a lot of countries that are not going along. China, India.
Big polluters.
And as we know, the United States has not signed on to these deals in the past, and has been under attack in some quarters for that. But what the UN came up with this week, and it was a very well thought out proposal, 138 pages, to come up with an international climate court of justice, whereby the United States and Europe and a few other countries would pay billions of dollars over time to underdeveloped countries because of the crime of climate change. That we would pay reparations, we would pay economic damages to those countries in the amount of the costs that we spend on our own defense.
Right.
So for violation of Mother Earth, there would be reparations paid by the big rich US of A.
And in fact, the terminology is Mother Earth.
Mother Earth. And
where if you do something bad to the earth, you should pay, the big shall pay the small.
Correct. And talked about a historic responsibility. What they also talked about, and that's the ethos surrounding this conference on climate change and what the UN is really trying to do. A worldwide cap on trade, a worldwide tax on shipping and aviation fuel, a green climate fund, and they're talking about that now already, a fund to assist, to be paid into again by the United States and developed nations. And so we say, and other folks say, well, what is China going to be doing? What is India going to be doing? Because when you look at the amount of coal process that goes in China, if climate change is really as a result of that, then what is China doing? Are they doing the same things that we're doing to reduce those emissions?
We got a little clip here, a statement from Todd Stern. He's the U.S. climate negotiator. He says this is a very significant package. None of us likes everything in it. Believe me, there's plenty the United States is not thrilled about. But we are talking about climate change, and climate change, is it settled science? I know there are a lot of people who say absolutely.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, of course it's not settled science. It's deep in dispute, and that sends some people off the edge.
So shouldn't we wait?
When folks actually say that here on the Fox News channel, I mean, they have a mental breakdown when you say it. I mean, it is highly in dispute.
Right.
And the United States did not sign the 97 Accord, and the United States, in some ways, is taking a firmer position than those folks want. But when you have a 138-page document that calls about an international court of climate justice, then, you know, I don't think we're paying enough tax dollars. I think we should start
why not?
paying for something that happened 500 or 600 years ago.
Ship the cash off. All right, that's interesting. Peter Johnson, Jr., bringing that to our attention. Thank you, sir.
Take care.
All right.